I don't even know what day it is. I'm gonna go with 6. So today it is day 6 of 15 days of foundation. I just put my false lashes on the wrong eye and I'm craving sushi for breakfast. That is what kind of day it is today. This is where I do a new first impression video every single day for 15 days. Days 1 through 5 are linked down below in the description box in a playlist, along with the eBay shop and link for the limited edition t-shirts. 100% of the proceeds go to Project View Share. So today we're talking about a foundation that I haven't heard anything about on YouTube. This is the Max Factor Pan Stick Foundation. This has amazing reviews on Amazon. One of my favorite things to do at night when I can't sleep at 2 a.m. is go through Amazon and find products that I've never heard about. So I'm not 100% positive, but I think this used to be sold in stores in the US. I'm not sure if it's still sold in stores in the UK, but you can find this on Amazon. But this just had pretty rave reviews. So on Amazon, I got this for $6.93 with free shipping. So it kind of ranges between about $7 and $9, and you get 9 grams of product in here. To give you some comparison, in the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation stick, you get 12.5 grams of product. Amazon prices always fluctuate depending on how many people are buying them. Sellers usually jack up the price if there's a ton of people buying something. Golden Rose Stick Foundation is one of my favorites. I did a review on it during last series, or was that during the first series? But that was a random Amazon find. I'll leave that video down below if you missed it. So this product comes in 9 shades, which isn't super great. The darkest shade it looks like is 97 Cool Bronze, and the lightest shade is 12 True Beige, which is what I have. You guys will see in the demo what I think of this shade, but I'm going to insert swatches right here of this foundation compared to the Makeup Forever Stick Foundation. I don't think I have the Golden Rose right here to swatch. I'm pretty sure it's in my office, but I'm going to insert some shade comparisons right now. Alright, so swatch time. Right here's the Max Factor Stick Foundation in the lightest shade 12 True Beige, which as you can see is pretty dark. Next over is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation Stick in 115. Next to that is another one of my random Amazon finds. This is the Jolie Stick Foundation in the shade Soft Cream. I have a whole video on this. I love this thing. Here's Dermacol 208 Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless 110. And last is Urban Decay Naked Foundation in 0.5. So reading some of the claims on the Max Factor website, it says, Pan Stick Foundation gives you maximum coverage with minimum effort. This creamy texture provides a soft, dewy finish, helps conceal pigmentation, birthmarks, and blemishes. Smooths away fine lines and wrinkles. That's all it says on there. I love a good stick foundation. The Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation is kind of my go-to when I want something full coverage, but that's really quick and easy to apply. This one isn't the most long-lasting on me. This is kind of something that I throw on if I'm going to go run errands and I want to look put together, but I don't want to take a half hour to do my makeup. I actually have a whole separate playlist of just stick foundation reviews, so if you want to see more stick foundations, down below. If you've been enjoying 15 days of foundation and you're excited for this video, don't forget to give this a thumbs up. My mouth was just not working for a second. If you want to see what I think of the Max Factor Pan Stick Foundation and how it applies and wears throughout the day, you're in the right place. Just keep watching. All right, so it is 8:40 in the morning. We need all of the coffee today. It's Sunday when I'm filming this. So I've already washed, moisturized, and primed my face using the Laura Mercier foundation primer like I'm doing every day throughout this series. I have my Real Techniques damp sponge here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use this. Typically for stick foundations, my e.l.f. brush applies this the best. The packaging feels pretty cheap, super basic roll-up packaging. On their website, it says to use your fingers to blend this out. So I'm gonna try that on half of my face or part of my face. First, we're gonna go in with the e.l.f. brush on this side. I'm just going to do my normal kind of 3 little stripes that I usually do with stick foundations. And go in and blend. Ooh. Okay, it has a really distinct scent to it. Whoa. Literally smells like bathroom spray. This is blending out beautifully, actually, and it looks super nice and smooth. Has more of a satin kind of dewy finish right now. Shade is definitely too dark. I'm just going to majorly blend it down. For my skin tone or any lighter, you definitely have to use a white stick foundation to mix in with this to lighten it. I know of a couple different white stick foundations, so I'll link those down below. This is like gliding over my skin. Not quite as much as the Makeup Forever stick foundation, but I'm having no trouble blending this out. and it looks really nice on my skin right now. Covering everything. I would say that this is full coverage. On this side, I'm liking everything right now except the shade. So I'm gonna try just a tiny bit down here with my fingers, see how it goes. On a daily basis, I probably would not use my fingers, and the brush was pretty quick and easy. I mean, fingers are working fine, but I prefer a brush, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish that off. Whew, yeah, this scent, whoa. Yeah, it smells like bathroom spray mixed with Dollar Tree perfume. Shade never shows up quite true to color under these lights, but you guys will see in the next check-in how dark this is. But I think I can make it work once I put on my concealer, and I think I am gonna set my face with this one. It's very luminous, which I don't mind, but I'm just worried that I'm gonna get too oily. It feels like it's setting, but it doesn't feel quite set enough to blend powder products on top for me. So I think I am gonna set this one with a powder, but it is looking good, you guys. Super smooth on the center of my forehead. It kind of just smoothed out all my texture almost. Great coverage. I'm gonna show you close up right now. All right, so here's what it looks like up close. I mean, pretty much all of my acne, scarring, everything is covered. I just feel like my face looks very smooth and fresh. Right now it is 8:51. I'm gonna apply the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. All right, so it's now 9:42. I put my false lashes on the wrong eyes, so that was fun. 10 points for Gryffindor. I finished my face makeup around 9:15, so that's when we're gonna call the check-in time. So I did set my face. I used my favorite Cover FX Illuminating setting powder. This stuff is amazing if you haven't tried it. If I'm gonna powder my face in a foundation first impression, it's with one of my 3 go-to powders where I know how they work and how they perform. And shade aside right now, it looks freaking amazing. My skin looks super smooth. It looks like skin and it feels like skin. I don't feel like I have a ton of makeup on at all. So on the rest of my face, for blush slash bronzer, I just use kind of 2 bronzers. I use the Freedom Pro Contour Kit in the shade Medium. I love this shade right here. And then I also went in with the Burberry Earthy blush, if I can get this thing open, right there. I pretty much use this thing all over my face. This is the Ofra Nikkietutorials Everglow highlight, and it is very intense. As you can see, it emphasizes my texture a tiny bit, but I just went in with this shade right here, and these are so intense. You can use them as eyeshadows. This copper shade is what's on the center of my lid, and then I also have this shade on my inner corner, and I also have this shade on my lips on top of the Ofra Coven. This is also in her collection. And then for the matte shadows, I use the Modern Renaissance palette, and I think that's it, right? Oh, lashes. Lashes are the Kiss Faux Mink Collection Lash Couture. So next check-in I do will be natural lighting. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna be spending the day editing, so I will check back in with you guys in a few hours. Oh, I am, yep, up against the bed. All right, so it's now 2:43. So the foundation's been on for, was that just totally out of frame? Probably. Foundation's been on for over 5 hours. Over 5.5 hours. Eyelashes are off, lipstick is off. I'm about to go on a walk because we finally have a semi-nice day in Seattle right now, even though it's like 45 degrees out, it's sunny. So I need to go be in the sun right now. Right now, I think it looks pretty dang good. It has more of a dewy kind of finish for sure, even with the powder. The illuminating powder does give a little bit of illumination, obviously, but I wouldn't say I look oily yet. I think it just looks like a healthy kind of glow right now. My only critique right now, I'll zoom you guys in. The only thing I'm noticing right now that I'm not loving is I'm getting a little tiny bit of creasing on my upper lip. Not super noticeable, but it is there. And then around my nose area, it's starting to get a little bit cakey looking right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but hopefully it doesn't get worse throughout the day. Everything else, I mean, look how smooth my skin looks right now. I feel like it just totally smoothed out the texture and everything. I'm trying to find lighting where it looks, there we go. As you can see, it is really dark. I feel like I finally have accurate lighting right here. So this is how dark it looks in real life. So just so you can see the shade, yeah, and then I step out and it looks totally different. So I'm gonna go get my walk on and finish editing. I've already edited 1 video. I'm about to edit a 2nd video. Yeah, productive Sunday. So I will check in with you guys at the end of the night. Okay, so it's now almost 8 o'clock. So it's been on for pretty much almost 11 hours. Oh, that's a little better. Yeah, I'm pretty oily right now around my nose area and on my forehead, but there is some separation. And it looks like there's a tiny bit of separation on the center of my forehead, but mostly just oil. So I think this is one that just isn't very long lasting if you have oilier skin. If you have dry skin, you might really like this because it does go on really dewy and moisturizing when you first put it on. I really love how it goes on and how it looks for the first, I would say for the first like 7 hours. I definitely need to mix it in with the white stick foundation next time. And I also am gonna play around with different powders. but I like it. It's just not long lasting. I would use it again for just like nighttime or certain events or whatever where I don't need it to stay like morning to night kind of thing, because for pretty much the first like 2/3 of the day it does look really nice and flattering on the skin, especially if you have a lot of texture and stuff to cover up. I feel like this is one that I can make work if I just play around with it more. So I'm going to keep testing it and I'll let you guys know what I come up with during the wrap-up video. I rank all of the foundations 1 to 15 at the end of this series in a separate video, so that's where you will hear my final thoughts. But I'm freaking hungry right now, haven't eaten yet. So if you guys like this video and are enjoying 15 days of foundation, make sure you give this a thumbs up. Love you guys, thanks for watching, see you tomorrow, bye.